I think it's somewhat misleading to talk about ways of communication and our connections as if we had real and we had electronic networks. And I want to introduce one metaphor here, alloy. An alloy is you take two base elements like copper and tin and you put them together and you mix them up and you heat them and mumbo jumbo, and you create a new alloy, like I never can remember whether it's bronze, is it bronze or maybe brass, whatever, that's different from either of the other two. Now, using that metaphor, come back to our problem about social networks. All of our networks now are alloys. I just finished saying that. They're all mixtures of face-to-face and electronic. And alloys have characteristics different from either of the other two characteristics. And so you can imagine an alloy that was better than either face-to-face or electronic. This alloy might have the advantages that you could reach people at any time of day. You can't, I can leave an email message for Rosemary and she'll see it the next morning, but I can't actually talk to her physically when I'm up because she'd be upset. I mean, in other words, this time displacement is an advantage of electronic media, among many others, also distance. I mean, it can cover distances. But then there are advantages of face-to-face. So how about we think of an alloy that has the advantages of both? And, Facebook has done this. So they claim. Not long ago, Mark Zuckerberg announced, well, first of all, Mark Zuckerberg gave a speech, you can see it on the internet, in which he describes all this data that says PTA membership is down, bowling league membership is down, and so on. Actually, it was very familiar data that he was quoting. Mm-hmm. He didn't cite bowling alone, but I'm sure that he meant to cite bowling alone. And then he invented something called Facebook communities. But the problem with that asking Facebook or other internet companies to create these productive alloys is that and now I'm just going back exactly to what Sherry said, it's not in their financial interests. Because if they successfully, the way to create these kind of communities, real communities, which you could do, they know how. I've actually talked to people in Menlo Park about this. They know how to do it. They know how to create these alloys that are great, for real people in real communities, but have all the advantages of electronics. But why don't do it? Why do they not do it? Because of what Sherry said, because it's bad for their common. And I'm now, Sherry and we both have different exposures, but I can't out the guy who told me that because he would lose his job at Facebook. But he said, yes, we know we proved that we could create real connections, better connections than Facebook, better than than real. Okay, I'm a little bit off topic, but I think we should not get in the business of thinking that the problem here is technology. It's not a technological problem. It's a business model problem. That is to say, this is, and I'm sorry I went a little bit astray, but I was trying to say it's not. We shouldn't think that this is a technology problem.